Hello, as I can here to show you the Mickey Mouse and the trip to the moon coloring here. As you see is see the space shuttle, the ship that where Mickey Mouse will be riding on to go to the moon. As like other than a rover, but it's like he go to the moon, and then you got the picture right here of the moon. It's like as long as like this, you see is the sun, and then along with the planet Mars, and then along with planet Saturn, and then along with planet Earth right there in the view, and then along with some stars. And then right here is like you can see is that I went ahead and colored in the surface of the moon, and kind of looks like it kind of looks like what you say. I don't know, but as you say, similar to Blue Planet, but it's like so far as this blue moon is that you have the surface right here of the moon to where it's like you so far as for Mickey Mouse is that if you were to go to the moon, then you would explore around and see it's like he would explore around. It's like you take some samples or where of the soil, or maybe you kind of which is you go to the moon and then discover something, and then maybe say take pictures or whatever. But so far as Mickey Mouse is that walk on the surface of the moon, and then maybe walk around, discover anything that you would find, such as a rock. It's like as a space rock, and then so far as is like anything that maybe you could find in the soil, and then maybe mark the flag from the location from where where he was, or something like that. But so far as his trip to the moon is that he would take a trip to the moon. It's like you go on a fly to the moon, and then discover different locations of the moon, such as the surface of the moon, and then you see those little which say the pothole looking things that you would see is like for so far surface of the moon. But of course it's like which I don't know, most of us may not even know what the picture of the moon really looks like, compared to it's like so far as like for the space photos. But so far as what the moon looks like is that I went ahead and used like a variety of colors. I used green, and then I use red and orange and pink and yellow, to combine, this like you say for the Mickey Mouse, type colors. That I went ahead and use blue for the top. It's like so far as is like for the surface of the moon is that you start right here. Is that this part right here is like could be like what you call the one of the layers of the moon, where there's like a real rough soil, and then there's one part where it could be soft soil or something like that. But you got these different layers right here of the moon that I went ahead and colored, and I say this that whatever you would discover on the moon is like so far as Mickey Mouse is that it's like you would be about I don't know, about maybe at least 40 or 50 or so light years from the sun and planet Earth. But so far as to discover, like so far as the moon is like so far as you say the red planet. You got the red planet, and then that is Saturn, and then a few stars. But so far as Mickey Mouse, it's like Mickey Mouse and the trip to the moon. It's like that you go to the moon and discover the new things, and discover about it's like about the rocks and about the soil. It's like when you find something like that on the moon, and then possibly it's like it's like, well, if I find something on the moon, and you begin to wonder if there's any type of resources. It's like which the temperature on the moon, I guess it's pretty much say is about the average of at least 60 or 70 degrees or something like that. But so far as a trip to the moon. It's like it's also known as, which is say, planet of cheese. But so far as the trip to the moon, along with the space shuttle of Mickey Mouse and Mickey Mouse and Mickey Mouse and Trip to the Moon coloring.